Welcome back to the Lions Den. I'm Korbyn Clifford. This episode features our weekly football segments as well as a look at both the girls and boys golf teams. We will be right back to talk about football with head coach Vince Nedimyer. Welcome back to the Lions Den. Let's start the show with football. We are joined once again by AAHS head football coach Vince Nedimyer. Coach, welcome back to the Lions Den.
Thanks for having me back.
So there's another tough loss on the road, Coach. How do you keep the team morale up in the locker room?
I mean, we were in position, middle of the third quarter. I think we did some good things on both sides of the football. I mean, give credit to Cedar Cliff. They were physical. It took us a minute to get off the bus. First quarter was tough, both offensively and defensively a little bit. Got an early touchdown, I think, on our second series. But the physicality kind of wore on us down the stretch and just couldn't overcome a couple penalties in the third quarter. But, you take those two penalties away and we're a possession away from, tying the game. But, we'll be back on track for this week.
Right. That was the second time you faced Cedar Cliff. Did you, learn anything from the relatively new opponent?
No, I think, we knew going into last year that they were physical just from watching them on film. And they were the same thing this year. They try to get as many people as they can at the point of attack on offense and try to have more people there than we do. And like I said, early on it was tough for us, but I think we woke up and started making some plays and getting some stops at different times in the second half and put ourselves in a position where we could have been in the game.
Do you have any strategies going into this week against Carlisle?
A lot of the stuff that we do, we try to, just get better at what we do. We have a few wrinkles of what we're going to do offensively, some different things that Coach Camberg, installed that we can't give away right now. But, going to try and have some fun here in the last week of the regular season and put our kids in a position to win.
It's not only the last week of the regular season, it's also the last home game of the season. Is there any added pressure knowing that?
I don't think it's pressure. I think that, I know that our kids enjoy playing at home. Our wins have come, unfortunately, on the road. So, what a way to finish off to get a win, especially for our seniors, in front of their home crowd the last time that they get a chance to play at Mansion Park. And, we've talked about that since August, really, and how quickly the time goes. And here we are in week 10, and we're just glad that we have our last one at home.
Yeah. I mean, it is a big week at senior night. Does that mean anything to you? Or?
Oh, yeah, it means a lot. We've had these kids for 4 years, been through a lot together, and have stayed together through some adversity and through some challenges, not only in their senior year, but years leading up. And ultimately, we always talk about what a small percentage of football is in the life of anybody that plays. But, we've hoped that they've learned some lessons through football that'll help them, be good young men too. And I'm confident that that's what we'll have as they move forward in life.
So how was it being able to see these seniors grow and develop for 4 years now? 4 years on there?
Yeah, no, it's been good. And, what I like is when they come back after they've been gone for a year or so, and the redundancy sometimes of the things that I say and how I repeat things and talk about how it would affect them, later in life. We've definitely had kids that have come back and that have, realized maybe a little bit too late that some of the things we say are true. But, couldn't be more proud of the group that we have and excited for them tomorrow night against Carlisle.
How does the audience affect senior night?
I mean, a lot of kids, I hope that it's a good crowd for them. We get some family that may not normally be there in a given week, family that will come in to watch, their grandkids and cousins play for the last time at Mansion Park. And, as special as it is for the seniors, we know that it's special for their family members too. So we hope to have a good crowd. It's supposed to be a decent night, so we'll be ready to go.
Be ready to go. All right. Thank you, Coach Nedimyer.
Yeah.
We'll sit down with two football players after a look at upcoming sports schedules. time for a player's perspective. Michael Colyer and Mekhi Jackson join us now. Welcome into the Lions Den, guys.
Good to be here.
Last home game of the season. What is the morale like going into the locker room today?
I feel like it's pretty good. You know, we have high hopes of beating this team, and I feel like we can succeed in the things we do. Like,
Yeah, I'd agree. I think morale's pretty high. I mean, it was a tough loss on the road, but I think we're going to bounce back and get a win here.
Mekhi, what's the mindset going into this game as QB?
I feel good. I feel confident in, you know, my actions that I can throw the ball, I can run a little bit, you know, so I feel good.
Michael, what does it take to be successful in the linebacker position?
Just doing your job, that's the biggest thing. Just executing. Just not trying to do too much, just do your job.
Speaking of your job, would you consider yourself more as a pass coverage linebacker or run stopping linebacker?
I'd say run stopper. I don't really go into pass coverage much.
Mekhi, as a sophomore, how does it feel to be recognized as the leader of the offense?
You know, it's different. Like last year, I didn't really think I'd be in this position I'm in right now, so it feels good, you know, just being the quarterback, I guess. Like,
Do you feel like you have any pressure on you, or?
a little bit, but not too much, you know. I feel confident in what I do, so I don't feel like I have as much pressure.
Is there a certain way you like dial down the pressure, like clear your mind, or?
I just take deep breaths, really, you
Deep
know,
breaths.
just calm down.
With it being senior night, do you guys feel any extra pressure to show up for your seniors?
I wouldn't call it extra pressure, but yeah, it's in the back of my head. You know, I mean, you got to send these guys out with a win. You know, it's their last game they might ever play. Some people are never going to put these pads on again, so.
Who would you say has it harder in practices, guys? Offense or defense? Like, I'll give you the answer first since you're a QB.
I'd say offense because you have to be more locked in, you know, just getting all the reads right and, you know.
Yeah, I'd say offense, too.
You think offense?
Yeah.
No arguments here.
No. No, he has to read. He has to read stuff. I can't do all that.
Who do you guys look up to most?
Really, just like the seniors, you know, they're
seniors.
a good example for us, showing us what we have to do to become successful and things of that nature.
Now, do you think there's a particular coach who's harder on you guys, or?
I'd say for me, probably Adams, but I think that's just because he wants us to do good.
So who do you think's a tougher coach, Adams or Camberg?
Adams for sure.
Adams.
Yeah.
Coach Adams.
Coach Adams. Is there any particular reason why? Does he push you guys harder? Or?
Yeah, he gets on us a little bit, you
Gets
know.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah. He finds new ways to tell us how we did stuff wrong. You could say that.
Does Camberg do that, or is he more like, would you say nicer, or?
He's more sarcastic.
Sarcastic?
You know? He'll ask you why you did this and be sarcastic about it. You know, he's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do the coaches mean to you guys as players?
They mean a lot. You know, they teach us things that we don't know before, and they encourage us. They just want us to do better for ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of tradition now to ask every sports player what their pregame meal is. So Mekhi, what's your pregame meal?
I like the chicken tenders from Rudders.
Rudders, yeah.
Yeah, with Old Bay on them.
Rudders or Sheets?
Sheets, probably.
Sheets,
yeah.
okay. Michael, do you have a pregame meal?
I'm the same with him, and I'm the one that gave that to him. I got put on last year.
Oh,
by Zion.
you stole that from him?
Yes, I gave it to him. Zion Patterson put me on last year,
Oh, okay.
and then he put me on. I put him on too this year.
All right. Well, is there also any music that you guys would put on before the game?
It's really whoever's on the speaker at that time.
Yeah.
I forget my headphones most of the time, so just
you're,
have to
like,
use
stuck?
that. Yeah.
I usually put headphones in, and I have one or two songs I like to listen to try to relax, but usually I would just listen to whatever somebody has on.
Well, good luck to you guys this week. Hope you guys get the big win. AAHS boys golf coach Chuck Meyers and players Adam Kanouff and Reese Hite join us for a season wrap-up after the break.
Don't miss a minute of great MLTV programming like The Lion's Den and live sports. Be sure to like this video and click the subscribe button below. Help us grow viewership by sharing our links and events to social media. Thanks for being an MLTV viewer.
Coach Chuck Meyers, Adam Kanouff, and Reese Hite are here to talk golf. Thank you for joining us in the Lions Den, guys.
Thank you.
Coach, so most people know golf as an individual sport. How does it work as a high school team sport?
As a team sport, we normally play a match with 6 golfers, say, and they all play their individual round, and then normally we'll count the top 4 scores and add those top 4 up, and that'll be the team score. So it's still playing individually, and we just add up the top 4 of 6 scores, and that's our team score, and hopefully we have less than the other team.
That's interesting because every other sport's more than the other team.
That's right. Yep.
Coach, what made you want to coach golf?
Oh, good question. Well, I was coaxed into it a little bit, but certainly happy that I made the decision to take it on. It's been really rewarding experience, a lot of fun. It's been great. I'm happy to have had the opportunity.
Adam, what made you want to play golf?
I got into it like my freshman summer, and a friend of mine just randomly told me let's go golf, and I was like, okay, let's try it. And then I got way stuck into it after I just kept playing, and then I played pretty much every day, and then I ended up joining the golf team the next year, and I enjoyed it, so I kept playing.
Reese, what made you want to play golf?
My dad always has played it, and then he took me golfing a couple times, and I really liked it. And then I started to get into it more seriously before my freshman year, mainly because my dad played.
Now, Coach, can you give me a rundown of a typical practice?
We do different things at practice. Sometimes we'll just go play. Sometimes we'll do drills. We might just work on short game. Sometimes we will go out with only irons. We won't take our drivers out or woods, so we learn to hit different clubs and manage the course differently. Sometimes we'll just chip and putt, all depends.
So is there any strategies you guys have going into a match?
I would say stay calm and just play. Yeah.
Just get there and play the best?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Adam, is there a particular part of the game that you're strongest at, like putting, short game, long game?
I want to say my irons. I feel like I have a very solid iron game. So, yeah, great irons.
Reese, is there a particular part you're strongest at?
Probably not. Maybe my driver, actually.
I mean, he hits it a mile.
Yeah, he hits it a mile. So he's underselling himself a little bit here?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, most of the time it depends on the day, and it's all over the place.
Are there any rituals that you as players have before a game?
I'd say no. Maybe just kind of warming up on the practice green and maybe the range here and there.
Yeah.
Is there any motivational speech you give to the players before?
Oh, geez. Not really. It's just, focus on the basics, one shot at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't put no pressure. Go out and play the game.
Now, any pregame meals, guys?
It would have to be Sheets.
Yeah, this
Sheets?
guy
I would
and
say
his coffee.
Sheets.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'll say Chick-fil-A. And then
Chick-fil-A?
Sheets coffee.
So we got to make 2
so-
stops.
He gets shit.
So you go Chick-fil-A to get
Chick-fil-A.
food and then
Yeah.
stop at Sheets to get coffee.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't have any pregame food or anything. Yeah, no, I don't really care about that. I just want to play good golf.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Just to get out there.
Yeah.
Play. So now the season has come to an end. Were there any highs and lows to the season overall?
Sure, yeah. I'd say a highlight, we had 8 guys qualify for sectionals. This guy made it out of sectionals and played in districts. That was a highlight. And then our last match of the year, we call it the Big Cat Challenge. We play a Ryder Cup style event against Hollidaysburg. And it was a great day. It was a great experience. We had people out watching us, and it was a little different atmosphere for the guys. Yeah.
Did you guys have any highs and lows of the season? I mean, obviously you made it to districts.
Yeah, that was my high for sure. Yeah,
High.
but it was a fun season altogether. So I mean, it was kind of just great all around.
Yeah, there's definitely some highs and lows. I'd say my high was probably playing really well in the Big Cat at the end of the year. My low was probably, rough round at sectionals.
Yeah.
Really rough.
Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the offseason. Next we talk to girls golf coach Joel Gilbert, Karis McGhee, and Vionna Jackson. But first, a look at recent scores. Welcome to the Lions Den, Coach, Karis, and Vionna. Coach, so girls golf is a relatively new sport here at Altoona. Can you explain the history of how the team started?
It started as the girls showed up to the boys' meeting in the spring. And at that time, there was no girls' team. So from there, it kind of opened up a little bit. They decided to have one because they had enough girls to create a team. And I believe it was, I think 5 girls may have showed up for the first meeting. So it was one of those things where the girls basically started the team. They went and talked to the AD. They petitioned to get this stuff started. And that's how it all began.
So what made you want to coach the girls golf team?
My story on coaching the girls golf team is actually kind of funny. You know, I was in Mr. Riccio's office dealing with wrestling issues, and he asked me if there was was there anybody I knew that would coach the girls team? And I basically told him, no, there's nobody that I really know. I said, I know a little bit about golf, and I said, if you can't find anybody, give me a call, right? Well, the job opened up, and I applied for it. I put my name in for it. Well, I walk in, he said, you're the only applicant for the job. So basically, that's how I ended up being the girls golf coach at that time. So it's kind of a funny story to kind of put it into perspective. But I've been the coach for 5 years now. So, you know, the team's been going, and we have more girls now than we've ever had. We had 12 girls this season out for the team, and we started, like I said, with 5, and it just keeps growing and growing.
Now, girls, what made you interested in playing golf?
My dad's a big golfer. Coach Gilbert dragged me out there, summer practices, kind of got started like that.
I just golfed in my free time, and then I just thought I would give it a try and try something new.
Now, Coach, the girls team have achieved the most wins in a season this year. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means we're getting better, right? Basically, it's coming down to getting better. I believe we had an 8-6 season this year. 5 of those losses were teams that had placed in the top 7 in the state this year. So it was kind of crazy. I think Hollidaysburg placed 5th yesterday. Westmont Hilltop placed 5th yesterday, and River Valley, I think, placed 9th. So those were 5 of our 6 losses this year as a team. So we had a very good team. I mean, the girls were very competitive. We had lots of wins. We didn't start out great at the beginning of the year, but you know, as the season went on, we really picked up and got a lot better.
Now, what does most wins in the season mean to you and the team overall?
I think it's a really good achievement and shows that we're improving and making progress and adding a lot to the foundation.
I feel like it's good for us to feel that we have the wins and achieve that.
What's your favorite part about playing golf for Altoona?
My favorite part's getting hot dogs at practice.
Being with my friends and just playing golf with them.
Now, what do you guys think is the best part of your game?
I think it changes a lot. I'm probably most consistent with my driver because I'm a softball player, but you know, as soon as something's going right, something else is going wrong. That's kind of just the game.
It always just depends on the day, but usually my driver.
Now, Coach, can you give me a rundown of a typical practice?
Typical practice, we change up a lot. I mean, some days, you know, we'll just send them out, let them play 5 holes. Some days we'll work from 50 yards in, some days 100 yards in, some days 150 yards in. Some days a putting practice or a chipping practice. It just all depends. We try to change practice up a lot. And what's funny about these two, you know, it was funny because I got an opportunity to see Vionna's dad out at the golf course a lot. So I'd be like, hey, why don't you get your daughter out for the team? Maybe I'll take her. But well, eventually she shows up, right? Karis McGhee, how do we get her out for the team? I happened to be walking in the athletic office one day, and she was coming in there talking. She was being introduced to the school, walking around. And I said, yeah, we have a golf team. You know, and that's kind of how it started, right? Like, you know, and that's how it gets started with most kids and families is, you know, they're a little hesitant about coming out for the team, you know, but when they come out, they seem to do well, they enjoy it, Now we put demands on them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But to be good, you have to have demands and you have to have expectations and goals. And so those are things that we do with the kids.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks for joining us on the Lions Den. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the MLTV YouTube channel. We'll see you next week for more AAHS sports talk.